Yeah, there we go. All right, we are live. Hello. We are
Hello.
streaming. We are streaming across multiple platforms. I've been trying this for the last few days. So we're on Facebook. We're on Twitch right now. We're on Periscope. And of course, right here on the Akari Press YouTube channel. In case you are confused and wondering who I am, my name is Antonio Bryce. I am a comic book creator. I am the creator of the comic book series Brand and its upcoming sequel, Brand Way of the Gun, which will be launching at the end of this month. Woo! All right. Well, I would like to welcome a first-time guest to this channel. He's got a project called Replicator, Replicator Remastered. So I guess this is a collected edition. Please welcome Rob Arnold. How are you, sir?
Good. Thank you so much for having me.
No problem. No problem. Glad to have you here. Rob, tell us about yourself. I've seen you on Ethan's channel a few times, but it's always like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning here, and I'm like ready to go to bed. I don't know if that's a great time for you. If that's daytime, I guess for you. You're in Australia, right?
Yeah. So it's 9 a.m. here. I've just managed to get my daughter off to the next door neighbors so I could jump on with you. Yeah. So time difference is very challenging, but
Yes.
very pleased to be here.
Well, how did you? Because like I said, I've been seeing the images from Replicator, and how many issues have you done? Because I know this. Was I wrong before? Is this version that I have in the description here? This is a collected edition, I guess.
It's issue 1 and 2. So we did issue 1 a couple of years ago, and we did issue 2 recently on Indiegogo for the first time. And then I just wanted to remaster issue 1, bring it up to the standard, up to as close as I can get to issue 2, because issue 2, obviously, we have a really amazing artist, Aaron Alfacci, who's doing Jawbreakers and some work on Expendables now. So I want to bring the lettering and like the cover font and just little details that really irked me about the first issue that we did. I wanted to change them and give people the opportunity to grab it if they haven't seen it before.
Okay. Well, you mentioned Aaron. I love his work. We're actually friends on Facebook and stuff.
It's crazy, huh?
I just how did you link up with Aaron?
I'm always amazed by this story because I just find it so strange. So he posted a Jack Kirby tribute piece on Facebook, and I'm like, whoa, that's awesome. That's amazing. And so I looked at his profile and his DeviantArt and just tried to get some background on him. And he had really nothing there. Like he might have had a couple of like pinups and that kind of thing, but there was no real work. So I asked him, and I'm like, you know, are you interested in doing this comic book? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, do you have any sequential work I can look at? Do you have anything I can look at? He's like, no, I don't. This is the first thing I've done. And I'm like, how does that make sense that you're this good and you haven't done a book before? And he hadn't. And so I thought, you know, maybe is this some sort of like scam where he's going to just say he's using someone else's art and I'm going to, you know, pay him money and then he's just going to disappear. But no, he was a real deal. And yeah, he's incredible.
Well, because, you know, that actually kind of made me think of some old stories about when I was trying to find an artist to, because I had hired Kanan to do some pinup pieces. His page rate was a little higher than what I could afford.
Yeah.
And I just thought if he could give me some concept art, and then I could show that to a cheaper artist, and then I could, you know, get my book published. What ended up happening though is I would go to like DeviantArt, I'd go to ArtStation, I'd go to these little places, and I was like, I'd see there's a lot of great pinup artists out there, right?
Yeah.
And then when you go, do you have any sequentials? They either don't have them or they're god awful.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? Like I was literally talking about this with my friend like 2 days ago, that some people can do amazing pinup art, but when it comes to sequentials, it's like everything goes out the window and they've got no idea what they're doing.
Yeah, well, hold on. Kyle Ritter's in the chat, and he says, "Why is Rob smile so scary?" I don't know. We obviously don't want to scare the viewers. Oh no, you gotta and but yeah, I've got the link to Replicator Remastered in the description there. Obviously, the mods can put that in the chat as well, please. Tell me how this, okay, so you linked up with Aaron.
Yeah.
How does this, did you already have this idea, or is this something you guys put together
Yeah, so I had an artist for the first issue, and that was challenging. Let's just say that it was challenging to get work done from him, and so it put me off a little bit of trying to work with him with a second. And I tried to do that, and in hindsight, that's a lesson for everyone watching. If it's hard to work with someone, it's not going to get easier. It's only going to
nip it in the bud. I agree.
It's only going to get worse, man. So don't even try it. So that ended up costing me about $500 trying to keep going with this artist. And then, I saw Aaron. I'm just like, screw it. I'll just take the loss and move on and use Aaron. So he did issue 2. We had another artist that did issue 1. And
so Aaron's art's not on issue 1.
No, it's not. I wish, but
I thought he did both issues. Okay, well that's why I'm asking these questions. Okay, so Aaron, Aaron's not he didn't. I honestly thought he was doing everything. I figured, he's kind of busy now. I didn't know if you'd be able to get him back for 3 or whatever.
No chance, man. He's moved on to bigger things now. It's kind of hard to compete with Jawbreakers, really.
Your boy Zach has him rather busy, and I know he's, I've talked to Richard a few times, and he was just thrilled to find him. I got to see. He was like, "Hey, don't show this to anybody, but I'm going to show you some cool stuff." He was asking me about brand, and I was showing him some of Kanan's stuff that we hadn't shown the public yet. He was like, "Oh man, that's incredible." He said, "Hold on, I got some stuff." And he showed me this, it looked incredible. This page that Aaron had drawn of, the God King. And I was like, oh, the guy's got, because he had some kind of armor on, and he had these kind of these hoses, I guess it kind of reminded me of like Strife or Apocalypse. It had that kind of thing going. And this is obviously, the book's done now, and I've got my copy. And but that was something that I found interesting. I was like, oh, you definitely going for like that 90s, like X-Men, New Mutants type vibe. And so I was like, yeah, but he showed me, and I saw some of the God King art, and I was like, whoa. I was like, okay, because John Malin's work on Lost Souls was incredible. It was a beautiful looking book. And then we got, he did God King. And I thought Aaron more than held his own. I thought his artwork was incredible on that. So, it was.
And I don't know if you've obviously checked out the Expendables campaign, and I think his artwork.
I backed. I'm definitely back. Yeah, I definitely had to back.
Yeah, I think his artwork on that is even better than what it is. So it's scary to think how good he's going to be in like 5 years. Like, Replicator 2 was his first book. Then he's gone to Jawbreakers. Who knows how good he's going to be in 5 years' time?
Yeah, is he a young guy? I didn't know. I figured he was. Seems like all the good guys are like 38, 39 now or something. I didn't know how.
I don't know how old he is, but I think he's under. I've seen photos of him. I think he's under. I'd say he's under 30.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I don't know though. I'm guessing that. I think he's under 30.
I wish his stuff was traditional. I know all the stuff I've seen is digital stuff. Yeah, because he's got. I saw he drew because I follow him on. He's friends with Kanan too, and Kanan had known about I didn't know that Aaron was doing the Jawbreakers, and Aaron and Kanan, they had talked, and he had told Kanan, he was like, "Yeah, I'm doing this book. It's cool." He was like, let him know, and then. When I got to talking to Kanan was like, "Oh, so you heard about Aaron finally?" I was like, "Oh, dude, he knew like months ago. He knew." It's like, it's crazy. But on Aaron's Instagram page, he had drawn this big piece, and I don't know if that's because I was wanting to hire him to do a commission for me because I love having his artwork hanging on the wall. But it was a big this big, 11x17 is Batman fighting Bane, and they're like on the top of this building. There's like a gargoyle, and I was like the ink and the detail on it, but I was like, that's digital. I was like, oh, because it kind of bummed me out. I was like, it's a beautiful piece, but it's digital. I was like, I would love to have that framed up on my wall, because I was like, that Bane Batman piece was beautiful, and I was just like, yeah, he just killed it. I was like, man, he's gonna just do phenomenal on Jawbreakers. I just I knew right then. I was just like, yeah, he's a real talent. And like I said, Richard has a bunch of projects in the works, and it sounds like he plans on continuing to use Aaron's services. But you linked up with him for issue 2. So okay, how many? Yeah, I'm about to say, how many pages are each book?
28 on each.
Okay, so each volume is 28 pages. Okay, and so this collected edition is I guess a remake, or is it recolored or any of that? I mean, it sounds like you just decided to just fix things that you didn't like the first go round.
It's got new covers, new letters. There's an added page at the end. Some dialogue changes. Just lots of little tweaks. Let me just fix it up. Yeah. God, I can show you actually. So stuff like this, like that's the inside cover, which I don't like because it's it's terrible.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay, hold on. Put that back up, because the screen froze on me. Hold on, let me see what's going on. Put that back up so we can show it.
So
boom.
That's what that's what it looked like originally. Yeah. So we're redoing that as well. Stuff like that, little things like that. But yeah, mainly new covers and new letters, and an extra page is the difference from the original.
Let me see. I've got the matter of fact. I want to pull the Indiegogo page up. I've got it. Let me see. Can I share this bad boy?
I can see you got a Rob Willis cover on your wall there.
Yeah. He I actually own. Well, obviously I own that one. That's the Dark Santana variant. That's going to be a part of Way of the Gun, and then I'm going to do. I actually own the Shinobi Sasquatch cover as well. So which I've got the Shinobi Sasquatch. It's actually over my it's off camera, but I'm looking at it right now. Hey. So it's yes, I bought the Shinobi.
Good for us. You need to get that for us. Oh, we've lost him, or have we lost me? And I'm just talking to myself. All right. I'll just keep talking and let you know. So Kyle Ritter's going to do a trading card for us. Rob Willis he's done a cover for issue 3.
Because wait a minute, hold up. You said a lot of stuff that I didn't hear because it was roboting and okay, hold up.
Yeah, you disappeared on me. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I was like. Okay, so let me do this. Okay, let me pull this up. Okay, this is your page. Are you still with me?
Yes.
All right. Okay, so I don't know what you said something about issue 3. Tell me about what were you saying? Because I didn't hear anything because it was like gone.
So Rob Willis has done a cover for issue 3. I can show that to you as well.
Well, hold on, wait till you do that because I'm sharing, so it's not gonna pick up. So
okay,
I definitely want to see that though. So matter of fact, you got a trailer here. Let me play that.
Yeah.
Play the trailer.
A virus is released into the population. It kills millions.
Uh-oh.
It is simply called the Red Death. A new city is born amongst the chaos, free from the disease, but only for the privileged. Hope emerges as a scientist is on the verge of a cure. But before she can finish it, she disappears.
Who are you?
Oh.
In order to save her, her husband is forced down a path he might not come back from.
Riker, help me.
But you'd do anything to save the ones you love, wouldn't you? Anything?
Oh my.
What do you think? You like it or not?
Yeah, I liked it. All right. That was groovy. Okay, so obviously this sounds like it has something to do with cloning. Uh-oh. Did I lose you?
No.
Okay.
No cloning.
Nope.
No, it's basically set. It's set 10 years from now, and there's a virus that's been released into the population. It kills millions of people, and then 2 corporations try and take over control of the country.
This is a nice piece. Well, you said it's called Replicator. I was like, oh, there must be some clones or something.
Yeah. So the main character Riker, which hasn't been revealed yet, his power is replication. So he'll take like a grenade and turn it into 100 grenades. He'll take like a bullet from a gun. He'll shoot the gun, but the bullets will just keep replicating. So he's got like unlimited bullets, stuff like that. But it'll be heaps cooler when actually.
Okay. Oh man, who's doing your colors here? I like these.
So Aaron did both covers for issue 2. That's one there. He did the colors for as well. And Clayton did the one at the top.
Okay. Yeah. Digging this.
Yeah. So that's Aaron's work from issue 2 as well.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on, let me go back to his face. Like that. That's nice. That's that panel, this little insert panel here with this guy's face.
Yeah.
Really nicely detailed. I really like that. Yeah. Great. But the color, your colors are great. Who did your colors?
Colors are by DC Alonso. So he's someone I found on Facebook.
I've heard that. I may follow him on Instagram because I was like, I know that name. That's why I was like,
he does a lot of work. So
yeah, great stuff here. Okay.
Thank you.
Line work. Oh man, beautiful. Okay. Yeah. I'm glad you show. I don't know how the other book issue 1 looks, but man, this looks great.
Yeah.
Do you have the whole thing recolored, or just places that you thought you needed to tweak or whatever?
Only in issue 1. Issue 2 is fine, obviously.
Yeah, man. Yeah, nice facial expressions from Aaron. Look at that. That's great, man. Look at that. Look how you could just. That's one thing I noticed as we've started getting pages in from book 2, and not that Kanan didn't do an amazing job on book 1, but it just seems like he's more comfortable now. One of the things I've told him is one of our characters, Penance. He's done an amazing job with. He's so much more comfortable now. The facial expressions are, the pages are so much more expressions, and I thought they looked great the first time, and now I'm like, wow, he's even better. And I was like, how is that possible? Look at this, man. Oh, well, I guess you've seen it, but
I've seen it a few times.
Yeah, man, this is nice little panel here. Again, incredible facial expression, a lot of detail there. Nice colors. I mean, your colorist definitely did not take any time off. Overhead shot here is great.
This is Ethan's favorite page.
Oh my God! All this this is pro quality. You gotta who's your letterer? I mean, you don't have any letters.
Marshall Dillon. Do you know who he is?
I do not.
Yeah, he's a pro that's been around for like 25 years. He's done work for everyone. He's just got a job at DC now, funnily enough.
But see, look, I can just break this page down. Like, great. This opening shot here, the how it's darker tone, great colors. Then you got the middle panel here. Like I said, great. Look at the shading on the hair, the lighting, great. The colors, because you can get a bad colorist and he can mess all this up.
Yeah.
And man, just great amount of detail. Aaron's been in the chat here a few times. I was like, I'm a big fan of his. And then obviously Money Shot here. Look at that cleavage. I mean, everything I'm just telling you, I'm breaking everything down. Got the necklace on her. And I was just, man, everything just looks fantastic. Oh God. Oh, nice. Beautiful. This looks great, man.
Yeah.
Oh God, this is beautiful. Yeah. Oh, look at this. Oh God, this is great. Oh man, that's beautiful, dude.
Yeah.
All right.
That's a killer page. I love that one.
Oh, dude, just like the lighting effects help this because you put those characters, you can still see them clearly defined. Background, bring her up into the foreground right there, and then obviously, that's one thing. Some people have sent me like sample pages and stuff like that. They got these boring layouts, and look, you kind of see how she crosses over into this first little insert panel here,
Yeah.
and just great stuff. You should have the person that's doing your pages. They should know how to lay a page out in a way that, because it's something that Ethan Van Sciver always says. Comics is a visual medium, so you need to be able to see all this stuff, and it needs to draw you in. And man, this is great stuff, man. This looks beautiful. Just everything is, 10 out of 10 right here, brother. This is great.
Yeah,
this is great. Oh, just beautiful. Oh, look at that.
So that's page 1 of issue 1.
Okay, so this is the other artist.
This is the other artist now, yeah.
It's actually, I like his work too.
Yeah, his work's really good. His work's really good.
Oh, yeah. It was like, in the color, like I said, colors look fantastic. Oh, yeah. Let's get in here. Okay, now he's not as detailed as Aaron, though. You can kind of, it's obviously competent draftsmanship, as they say, but it definitely did a good job. But man, Aaron, when you see Aaron's page, it's like, and like I said, this guy's not a slouch, and these pages here are beautifully colored. But my God, Aaron is just on another level. And I was like, Zach got to steal with that dude. My God.
He did. I'm really happy for Aaron. It's great that he's managed to land that job, and some others.
So my God, man. Okay, so let me see. Okay, so chat apparently likes this. Let me see. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, colors are great. Absolutely, the colors are great, and let me see what else I can get. But pull up. Oh no, that's not nice, Sewer Shark.
What they say?
Yeah, he's picking at me. He's like, I just like the work though. Aaron's page. Aaron's pages are breathtaking. I know I can't afford his ass now. I'm like, oh my goodness.
He might be able to do a cover for you.
Yeah, something like that. I could get it. I could probably send a message to get something done like that. But let's see. Justin McClure need to get man on Ethan's chat. He's been on Ethan's chat. He's in our private chat actually. You've been on at least 3 or 4 times that I've seen. Yeah. It's just that it's always at like Ethan to be streaming. Like here in the States, he's streaming at like 3:30 in the morning, and I see you pop on.
Yeah, so, no, it's good. It's good for me when he does that, but obviously, not for everyone else.
Yeah, because there's been a couple times I was like, dude, I'm in the bed. It's 3:30 in the morning, and I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna stay. One time he streamed. What he streamed for like
9 hours. Or
9 hours, yeah. And I hopped on. I didn't know he was about to sign off, and I hopped on. Yeah. And he was like, I was about to sign off, but Antonio's here, so I'm gonna keep streaming. So he streamed for like about another hour.
I know. I went on like as he streamed at the start, then got off, did all my things I had to do, came back, and he was still going. And then
still going, yeah. Like, I was like, dude, I'm in the bed.
That level. It's crazy.
I was like, oh man, I Ethan, I love you, man, but boy, when my hemorrhoids start acting up, I have to sit this damn long in the chair. I'm like, woo.
He's got my goodness, for sure.
Yeah. Okay, so you say you have a cover that you wanted to go ahead and let's have a look see at that because I'm very curious about it. You got something pulling. Okay, let me see. Add it to the stream. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna give you the full screen on that. Okay, so you don't have the colors on. Oh, this is Oh, Rob tweeted this out. I saw this. Okay.
Yeah. This is your man, Rob Willis. this is going to be one of the issue 3 covers, but once we hit 10K, it's going to be a free print for everyone that backs. So back and you get this.
Yeah, man, this is what did you have the original art, or did you purchase that? Because that was one of the things when I hired Rob, he said, do you just want me to do the cover, or do you want to own the original art? And I knew I had a cool idea. I was like, no, my idea is really cool. I want to own that.
Sure.
And what was so crazy, and Rob told me this a couple weeks ago. I had DM'd him and we were talking about some other stuff, and he said, "Oh, nice, I like that. What is that?"
So this is Goliath, and Kyle Ritter's going to color this, and this is going to be a trading card if we unlock the stretch goal, which we probably will, hopefully.
Is this Aaron's work?
No, this is Clayton's work. So he did the cover for issue 1, the girl standing on all the dead bodies, and this is his work. But yeah, Kyle's coloring it.
Yeah, so
he's a genius, man.
Yeah, it looks great. I mean, that. I always thought I saw like a Venom vibe. I was like, is that Venom? What's going on? I didn't know what was going on.
That's what he said. He's gone for a Venom type palette. So
yeah, I was like, yeah, that man, the color. But you say Kyle's gonna recolor this?
He's gonna color it. So these are his flats here. He just
those are just the flats. I was like, damn, you balling when your flats are better than most people's regular colors. I was like, oh god. Yeah. I was just, but no, what I was saying is Rob actually told me, I know that my idea for a cover was so good with Dark Santana because Rob actually told me, he said, hey man, he said, people like that cover that I did for you. He said, I actually had someone contact me and they wanted me to redraw that, except put their character in there. And he said, I didn't want to. That was you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I was like, no, dude, that's my cover. And he said, yeah, I didn't want to do that. And I was like, yeah, because trust me, I would have been heated. I came up with that. Oh, dude, I would have been hot because I came up with that. That was that whole thing was my idea. It was my idea because I'm an Empire Strikes Back fan. So that was that was Luke Skywalker. And he told me, he said, I had someone wanting me to recreate that and I didn't feel comfortable doing it. And I was like, dude, I came up with that idea. That would have been like, oh God, it would have drove me nuts. I was like,
that's very funny.
I was like, no, because it was the whole thing. I was like, I just saw it. It was like, I was like, okay, yeah. Dark Santana, he's floating in the tank. The only thing Rob changed, there was supposed to be a breathing mask on him.
Yeah.
That was supposed to be, like Luke Skywalker. It was supposed to be a breathing mask.
Mm-hmm.
And then he said, I know, he said, if you want me to draw the breathing mask, I will. But he said, I think it would be more expressive if we lose the mask and just have him sitting there floating in the tank with the sinister grin.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, but you're paying, I'll draw what you want. And I was like, I trust you. Do what you do. And he started sketching stuff out and he started showing me. He was like, this is what I got so far. And I was like, oh, wow, that looks great. And I was like, got really excited. And then when he shipped the art, he shipped that cover and the Shinobi Sasquatch art at the same time. And I was like, he does this flicking thing. I don't know if you've gotten your original cover. Yeah, because he does. I noticed he does. He like gets his ink or whatever, and he goes up the little flicking thing because it really. And I know when Icarus laid the flats on the Santana cover, it really, it highlights because it's real. Like you could, and he did that on the Shinobi Sasquatch cover because it's almost like Braille. You're running your hand over the art, you just feel where you just flick the little speckles or whatever in it. And on the cover it turns into broad, so I was like, oh God, it's just he really went beyond my wildest dreams. And Rob Willis is a star, and I'm very much looking forward to getting Shinobi Sasquatch. And man, I've backed like 34 projects, I think. So I've gotten a few of them. I've gotten the Ethan stuff. Yeah, and then I backed because I backed all the Vampirella stuff he did, and then I got all your boy Zach stuff and the Graveyard Shift, and then we've got Lone Star. I got that, and then what's coming up is like Red Rooster and Monster MD.
Oh yeah,
Sasquatch, and yeah. So it's like I'm looking forward. I was like, man, I got some really cool stuff coming, so I'm excited.
MD is great. So does Shinobi Sasquatch.
Yeah,
so many
yeah.
coming out, man. It's amazing. We're lucky.
Yeah, we've got, and the community is just growing. What's that? There's the book. What's the guy? Slaughter Squad. That's coming. That looks interesting. He's actually gonna be here on Friday. We're gonna chop it up on Friday,
awesome.
Friday afternoon. So yeah, he's talking about Slaughter Squad because we're gonna collaborate on. I've got like a little Scooby Doo Johnny Quest parody that I'm going to that I'm wanting to create called the Boogie Book, and then we're gonna get that funded and try to do that damn thing. So it's like just like maybe two. I thought we talked about two 24-page stories, but then everybody's like, I told you should do this and do that. So I was like, maybe we need to just do one big story or whatever, but I'd like to do like two. I want them to be like old school comic book size, and just be in one trade or whatever. So yeah, it's just what makes you want to create stuff? I mean, how do you come up with this idea, all that good stuff?
I really, as a teenager, I really struggled with the whole do the right thing and everything will be okay kind of mantra that seemed to get spewed at us. And it's life's not like that. So I kind of associated more with the villains, like the Jokers and that kind of thing. So yeah, that's why I wanted a darker comic where bad things happen and good people do bad things and bad people do good things, and there is no good and bad. It's just people doing what they have to do.
Are these books your first published work, or is there other things?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, it might sound snobbish, but if I can't make a comic that looks good, I don't really want to do it. I love art. That's the thing I love most about making comics is getting the art. Like, it's great having people support your project, back your project, love your books. All that stuff is fantastic. But the thing that really does it for me is the artwork. Like, when you get a page from someone like Aaron or Rob, and you're just like, holy, that's amazing. That's what does it for me.
Yeah. Rob, like I said, Rob is like next level beast. And I know he's got, what's the name of that book that he's working on? I know he's got his own project where he's gonna do everything. I can't remember the name of it, but he showed like, I guess, a promo page or some kind of cover or something for it a couple weeks ago, and it just what's it called?
Don't know. I don't know.
Okay, I was like, I didn't, because I was like, man, somebody in the chat knows what that's called. I was like, Rob's got. So I'm excited to see everything. He's he, not to mention he's a really, really cool guy. So anything that he's attached to, I'm willing to, at least give it a look.
That Cyber Frog trading card he did was
just Ethan's getting some really sexy Cyber Frog card artwork. Yeah, because Kanan's two pieces. Like, I know Kanan told me a couple months ago, he was like, he said, I'm trying to, I'm trying to do this. Kanan's doing like commissions, and he's like, Ethan wants me to do a couple of trading card art and this and that. And then, so I was just like, just killing it, and then finally, it just took him forever. But when he finally broke it down and showed it, everybody was blown away. I was like, but I don't know. I see so much of, it's called Dredge. There it is. Okay. Yeah, so Rob Willis has a project called Dredge. I think he's planning to launch later in the year, I guess.
That'll be amazing, and it would do amazing.
Yeah. It's like I said, follow, I'm sure you're on, like, you go on his Twitter timeline and you'll see he tweeted, I think that's the only piece he's tweeted from, but it was a badass piece. Looked like a guy, he's got some kind of mask on and stuff. I was like, man, that dude is, it almost had, it almost made me think of the Goon. The guy almost, I don't know if you've ever checked that out or anything.
No, we had a very limited amount of comic books we had access to as a kid. It was mainly like the Phantom and Judge Dredd were my two main ones.
Well, well, the Phantom apparently is huge over there because it was like about
It's massive.
but they sell the Phantom over here, but like the Phantom internationally, apparently, because Kanan got hired to do a Phantom. Someone actually tweeted it to him because I remember when he did this, it was like 2017, and Kanan doesn't get attached to his work. This guy, what was a couple months ago, he said, "Hey, I backed Brand," and he said, "Look, I found this at my local comic shop," and he held it up, and it was a Phantom. It was a Phantom cover for an annual, and it was from like 2017.
Yeah,
and it had a female Phantom on it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It had a female, the Ghost Who Walks, and it had the female Phantom on it, and I really was like, oh, nice colors, and that was the first time Kanan had actually seen the cover. And like I say, he did it in 2017. I guess the company don't go, "Hey, Kanan, here's the cover." He did the cover, he sent them the files, and he walked away. They paid him, and it was the end of it. He's like,
yeah.
He said that cover turned out okay. He's like, he never looked at it, he never wanted to see it, he had no interest in it. Because I asked him about that. He's like, yeah, man, I draw so much stuff, man. I don't get attached to it. He's like, I've done some incredible books, and I barely read them and stuff like that. He flipped through Brand. I was like, did you read it? He's like, I drew it. I know the story. And I was like, yeah, but I want you to see how the dialogue flows and all this. And he's like, I drew the story. I know how it is. I know. He's like, I've seen these pages so many times that I was like, I actually, when I talk to Kanan about what we're doing, he gets more excited from me. I was like, okay, so I just sent you these pages and this, and he gets excited hearing me tell him about it. But then he draws it and he's like, yeah, okay, next, move on to the next thing. He doesn't get really that attached. So
yeah,
it's I don't know. I was like, I want you to be. He's like, I get excited seeing you be excited, but I was like, because I told him, I said, I write for a one-person audience. When I write, I'm thinking, okay, what can I do? What can I write that will excite Kanan? I just want to make sure. And when I told him the stuff that I've come up with, he was like, oh, wow, that sounds cool. That sounds like that's going to be fun to draw. And that's what it is. So I just try to make sure that I come up with exciting, like when we get into action scenes, there's an action scene I just gave him and he was just like, ooh, that sounds interesting, that kind of thing. So that's what I'm doing. I don't know what your process is. I guess when you work, do you write out full scripts when you write?
Yeah, I kind of try and get the whole general idea of what's going to happen and then try and improve and refine it from there. That's what I do.
Yeah, because like I'll go, I'll write. It's a detailed script, but it's Marvel method. It's a plot script where I'm explaining. And Kanan actually, he said, "Man, I love reading the script that you send," because he said a lot of people. He said, they'll send him. They're like, "Okay, make sure there's like candles on the table and do all this kind." And I'm writing that kind of stuff, but I'm also kind of telling them, I was like, "This is the mindset that the character is in, and this kind of thing." And he said, when I'm breaking the scripts down for the layouts, he said, it's almost like, he said, I'm storyboarding. It's like a movie. He's like, so I'm reading your stuff and it's like a movie. And then, because he said, yesterday morning I was reading the new pages you sent me. And then he's like, I don't know if you'll be upset about this, but he said, I kind of got this layout in mind. And he explained the layout. I was like, Kanan, you have carte blanche to do whatever you want. And, it's so, because he gets excited. He was like, oh, he said, I know this probably it wasn't your idea, but this is what I see as far as the layout. So, I've got a couple of layouts from Kanan coming in. I'm excited to see. I'm really looking forward to see, because he was telling me kind of the idea that he had. And I was like, oh, that was different than but that's the thing when you collaborate with someone. And I'm assuming when you work with, like, say you work with Aaron, that you guys kind of, does he come to you with ideas and then you guys can kind of bounce off, or how does that work?
Yeah. And that's the thing. Like, I'm a writer, I'm a creator, but I'm not an artist. And artists see things differently to everyone else. And they see it generally a lot better than most people do. So we've got to really listen to what they want to do with the page. We had a double page, for example. It's like just a setup of a fight scene, and Aaron put these little insert panels at the top, just highlighting different areas of the battle, and yeah, looks amazing. But yeah, I gave him pretty much free reign. I'm like, this is what I want to do, and he just did it the way he wanted to do it. Like that page where she's falling off the
great page,
the cliff. He put those little the one on the side, he put that in, and the one down the bottom, he put that in as well. So I just said, have a getting shot falling off the cliff, and he's put those extras in, make it just look like that so much better.
Well, it looks fantastic, and I mean, woo, hopefully you will be able to work with Aaron again sometime
Hopefully.
Like I said, I know Zach got him sewn up right now. I know he's keeping him busy, but Zach makes cool comments. He really does, and I don't know why he talks to me sometimes. I mean, it's like I'll send him a DM. I was like, hey man, I was just thinking about the, he gives me like really good advice and all this kind of thing. So I can't wait to.
He seems like a good dude from all reports.
Oh yeah, and what's so funny is I had people. I guess when I started, because I had been in Comicsgate, because I've been watching the Diversity in Comics channel and all this. I had been in Comicsgate, and I guess, but nobody knew who I was. And then I appeared on Ethan, and all of a sudden I had all these, hey, these guys are alt-right. These guys are racist, right? And I was like, well, you fooled my black ass. I don't know. I mean, this is the kind of people's like, Antonio, you seem like you're a smart guy and you have some talent. Why would you want to link up with these guys? Why would you? These guys they don't like minorities. They're against gays and all this. I was like, really? This is interesting, and they start trying to tell me about stuff that Richard said, and I was like, I've watched his channel, I watched the video, so you're okay with that? I was like, he didn't say anything that I disagreed with. I was enjoying. I was like, when he's talking about people getting promoted based on merit as opposed to all this kind of thing. So it's he says a lot. Like I said, I enjoy his content, and I think he has he's an important voice. I think and not to mention, Ethan had set up a bunch of these like little private rooms where there was one that I was in with Richard, and we were just kind of swapping tips about how to get into. I don't think that. I mean, obviously Richard left Twitter some time ago, but we were talking about different. Hey, this is where you can get a discount on shipping materials. This is where you can do. It was a group of us trying to get in there and like, hey, if anybody gets a good tip or place that you can get cheaper shipping materials or any advice to people that are about to go into fulfillment. And I thought that was smart that we were doing that for each other and actually trying to all I was just a fly on the wall at that time because my project, at that time Kanan hadn't even really got to do his full thing yet. And hold up, wait, I see you sharing something. Let me see. What are we sharing?
Oh, no, not me. It's my computer.
Oh, okay. I was like, oh, okay. I thought you had something. I was like, oh, okay.
No.
I was like, is he showing something cool? Let me show it.
No,
by
itself.
But yeah, I appreciated being in that room. And Richard, I was picking his brain because not only had he hired a fulfillment center for Jawbreakers, and then he was doing the Iron Sights campaign on his own, and having to individually print those and fulfill and do that. And I was just like, wow, this dude is a beast.
Yeah.
And just really sharp and has great ideas. And sometimes he's busy. Cause sometimes I'll be like, hey, you got a second? He was like, hey, he said, I'll get back to you. I promise. And a couple hours later, he'll hit me back and he's like, hey, shoot, go ahead and let me know what and he'll take that time. And, I don't take that for granted. I appreciate Richard. I think Richard's a good dude, man. I don't have no problem with him. And it's good that I don't know if we're friends, but we're definitely friendly. And, he's like, hey, hey, saw you got your books in. Congratulations. Hey, congratulations on getting funded. Hey, and he's always doing it. Hey, Merry Christmas, man. Happy Thanksgiving. He's always doing that.
Great.
Yeah, he's a great dude, man. I really like him a lot. So
he must be so busy.
Yeah, so
must be crazy.
Let me see. Hold on. Jelly Goblin. What platform were the rooms were on Twitter? That's what I'm saying. That's why Richard, obviously left Twitter what wasn't it? It's been at least a year. I know he left Twitter and he told me to leave Twitter too. He said, Antonio, I know you don't want to hear this, but leave Twitter. he's like, Twitter drives people crazy.
Yeah. It is kind of entertaining though sometimes.
Oh yeah. Well, he said, I know you think you need Twitter, but you don't. And I was like, I don't have a channel with 100,000 people on it. You know what I'm saying? I don't have that to market to. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm happy with the 3,100 we have, but and always, of course, those of you that are watching, because like I said, I see some people on Periscope watching and all this kind of thing. So if you are if you are on YouTube and you're watching this, please hit that thumbs up button at least. Share. If you can share it. Like let people see the stream so that we can get more people in here and grow these channels and obviously help out creators like Rob here. That putting out these cool ass books.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man. So what are you? Okay, so you're working on Replicator 3. What else? Do you have anything else in the works?
I'm working on it's called Star X. It's like a Star Trek inspired type comic. Are you a Star Trek fan?
Yeah. Some of this new Star Trek stuff, I'm not enjoying.
Yeah.
But the Star Trek Next Generation, Star Trek Deep Space Nine, liked a lot of Voyager, but it had some moments in it.
Yeah.
And then what was it? The first one, Enterprise. It started to kind of, even though I love Scott Bakula, I was a big fan of his on Quantum Leap. But Enterprise had some great moments in it, and I understand why it didn't make it to
It seemed very corny.
Yeah,
a bit too much.
But then what's it? Star Trek Discovery. When I saw Discovery, I got excited. I was like, "Oh my god, this is gonna be great! This is gonna be great!" And then it was like I watched. By the time I got through a couple of episodes, it was like my uncle had touched me or something. It wasn't what especially when I saw how they did the Klingons. I was like, I thought I didn't even know those were Klingons. And then I started going. They said, and then obviously, what I do is I'll watch some of the episodes and I'll go to like Emergency Awesome. I don't know if you watch that channel on YouTube. Yeah, they got Charlie. I follow him on. I've been watching his channel for years. Hey guys, it's Charlie. Welcome to Emergency Awesome. Okay, so we're gonna get into the new episode of Star Trek Discovery, and he just says he rattles all this stuff off in one breath. And I don't know if he takes multiple takes, but he was like, "Hey guys, it's Charlie. Okay, so I'm going to the Adventures premiere, and there's a little bit, and he gets all this stuff, but he talks about Discovery a lot." And then, obviously he goes off stuff that people are saying in his comment section for the next video. And he's like, okay, so I know some of you guys were confused about some of the things that I saw on Star Trek Discovery. So now I'm going to go to the comment section and I'm going to start answering some of the questions you guys had. And then he just makes another video. Boom, boom, boom. And he just starts breaking. Okay, so these alien creatures here, these are actually the new design for the Klingons. And I was like, those were the Klingons? And I was getting upset. And I was like, why did they make the Klingons not look like Klingons? And stuff like that drives me nuts because I thought, now obviously I understand from the original Trek, the Klingons just had bronzer on and like Fu Manchu mustaches. But Klingon, it's like they didn't have, but then they did the Star Trek movies and, from the 80s and they go, we can actually beef this makeup up, and they put the little head thing on and all that, and that became my Klingon design. I was like, I got down with that. I was like, all right, cool. What was it? Christopher Lloyd was one, and I was okay. But see Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan, and oh man, that's good stuff. You get into Discovery. Yeah,
I nearly didn't make it through Discovery because of that spore drive. I'm just like, okay.
Oh, God, man, I just yeah, I like I said, my ex really didn't like science fiction and all this, so she always it annoyed her when I wanted to watch some of this stuff. But like I said, I thought Discovery looks incredible. They did not skip the special effects and everything, beautifully shot, high definition, all that. I mean, boy, but then you start kind of seeing, it was like, oh, what is? Oh, that's a weird storyline. Okay, so okay, and then you find out that CBS got sued because they took this one guy's video game. He had like some kind of online board game or some idea, and they took his idea. He had tried to pitch or something, and they took a lot of his idea. Look, it very much looks like Star Trek Discovery was but they've got powerful lawyers, and
yeah,
I know he's lost a couple of judgments, but they're appealing and all this, and I know people try to raise GoFundMe for the guy. I hope he wins, but man, beating a big company like Viacom, CBS, and some of it's damn near impossible. So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because he even had the interracial gay couple in the game. I was like, they had all the. Man, he had all it. Man, that's why, like, you watch. I don't know if you watch Nerdrotic's channel. He really breaks a lot of this. He's done whole streams where he goes in and does. Because I was like, I didn't. What was it? The tardigrades, I think it's what the guy's game was called. And the whole point was it was these little creatures that could help you warp across dimensions in space or whatever. You know, you could create a warp field with these creatures. And then, sure enough, what does Star Trek Discovery have? Although it's set in the past, it's set before the original James T. Kirk Enterprise. Oh, they've got an experimental ship, and they managed to find out they capture one of these tardigrade things, and they use that to be able to warp. I mean, they can warp from point A to point B as opposed to just setting a warp field and having we'll be there in like 3 hours, which is still way faster than anybody could travel. Yeah. But they can go boom, boom, just like that with the use of this creature. But it was also harming the creature to keep using him. You know, it was hurting him to. It was like I guess some of them had died or whatever. But it's I don't know. Anybody saw Star Trek Discovery? They had a lot of stuff in there. It was but like I said, it was beautiful. But by the last episode, I was like, okay. I wanted to go back and watch the second season, but then I started watching Emergency Awesome, and it sounds like second season just kind of, I don't know if that's the right move for me. So I've been kind of busy anyway, so no reason to just, die on that hill. So
have you watched Picard?
I wanted to watch Picard, but when I saw the trailer, he looks so old.
He does, yeah.
He's like 70-something years old. I was like, dude, brother, somebody get this guy a blanket in a glass of warm milk. That's what it's like. I feel like I should be taking Jean-Luc to the nursing home.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, I was like, man, his face is, and I mean, you don't understand how big of a Patrick Stewart fan I am.
Yeah, he's cool.
He's so old. He looks so old. And it's like, oh God. And then I saw the special effects with Data, I guess, which someone told me that was a dream sequence. Sorry, spoilers. But yeah, it's like Data's in there, and you can clearly tell. I was like, okay, Brent Spiner looks like he put on a couple of pounds, and the makeup looks weird. And I was like, okay, don't know. 7 of 9 still looks good. I was, but it, at the end of Voyager, it looked like her and Chakotay were going to get married. So, like I said, maybe I need to go back and watch and see what happened with that to see. I was like, why is she with Chief Chakotay, from Voyager?
I think 7 of 9 is what made me fall in love with Star Trek.
Really?
I loved her so much. I thought she was so hot.
Yeah, I was just let me see here. His name is Anas Abdeen. Okay, that's the guy that created the tardigrade game. Yeah. Like I said, Nerdrotic, he be breaking this stuff down. And he says they not only stole the creatures, but the whole game. Yeah, like I said, that interracial gay couple was in his game. And then they had like a redheaded chick. I mean, there was so many, even like a black female lead, and the whole thing. It was like someone went in, just ripped his whole idea off, and turned it into Star Trek. And then, like I said, he sued. They tried to settle with him. I remember they tried to settle, but it was like a little low piddling amount, and he was gonna have to sign it. Give him like a little bit of chump change, and then it was like, no, we admit no fault, but we were just gonna pay you this little bit. And I guess he decided not to take the settlement, and then it's been going back and forth for like over a year. And so, I mean, but that's the thing, these lawyers, man, they keep that stuff dragged out, bro.
Yeah, forever until he goes bankrupt, I'm sure.
Yeah, but good that I saw some of the Mandalorian. That's good. I'm excited. Some of these shows, I was worried how the Mandalorian was going to be. Mandalorian looked pretty good. I was like, okay, cool, Baby Yoda. I'm all down for it. And then I don't know if you watch American football. I don't know if you watch the Super Bowl in Australia there. Well, they showed a trailer for Disney Plus is upcoming. They showed stuff from the Winter Soldier and Falcon or whatever. Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Mm-hmm. They showed that, and that looked cool. They showed WandaVision.
Mm-hmm.
I was excited to see WandaVision, and they showed some of Loki. So they've got some cool stuff coming up on Disney Plus.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
I just, I think there's some cool stuff coming up on. Obviously, they're pulling all the Star Wars stuff. Although I don't care as much for the new Star Wars. So. Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, it's like that, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm a big Star Wars guy. It's like Dusitu says. Last I heard, it's the lawsuit limbo. Like, yeah, that's what and that's when we go back to talking about Zach. That's the thing about when these lawyers, the lawyers, they're not trying to fix anything. They're not trying to make sure. It's like if I'm in Mark Wade's position and I was like, hey, this guy's a shyster and I have a solid case. Let's get a speedy trial going. Instead, they're like, okay, you might be, yeah. And because I talked to Richard and he said, yeah, he's just trying to drag it out so that I lose all my money. And then to the point where even if I win, I'm going to be like financially destitute and he'll be on a payment plan trying to pay me back for all my expenses, because I was just like, oh God, is that what we doing? I want him to win. I donated to that GoFundMe. I want him to win that case so bad, I really feel like, he was done wrong. And I feel like if he wins, that'll be good for everybody. It'll stop stuff like that from happening. But
yeah,
we gotta, obviously got to get a actual judgment. So,
here's some concept art from Star X if you want to have a look.
All right, let's have a look. All right, hold on, let me make it full screen. Boom. All right. Yeah. Okay, who's the artist on this?
So Clayton did the concept art for us. So he did the cover of issue 1, the remastered cover. And he's done this for us as well.
Yeah, he's that looks great. Yeah.
He's a really good artist. He's amazing, actually.
Yeah, I love it, man. That's so. Obviously, are you going to do this first or Replicator 3 first?
Replicator 3 first. I've found an artist for that. He's amazing as well. I'll put some pencils up. Hang on.
Oh, okay.
It's not pencils from Replicator, but it's his work. We could probably start on it tomorrow, hopefully.
Let me see. Oh, okay. Well, the chat seems to like the art that you show. All right. Yeah, I'm seeing it. Yeah, okay. They're like, hey, it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for not showing crappy art. That is awesome.
Like I said, I don't. It's not for me. If that's not good, I'm not interested. I just go find his work. Yeah.
And then here we go.
All right, so on the left, that's a mech. Well, this picture here is a mech that Aaron designed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I had that colored recently, so that's pretty sweet.
Who did the colors on that? That looks great.
Her name's Farah. I can put you in touch if you like.
I mean, I've got Icarus, but it's always good to have a colorist on standby. I was like, oh man, it's nice.
And this is the artist we've got for issue 3. So he's legit. Like, he's amazing.
Yeah, I like that. And that's traditional, or is that they can make it look like that now digitally, which is scary to me when I see some people showing me digital pencils, and I was like, oh god.
Yeah.
But yeah, and again, guys, the link to Replicator is in the description there. If anybody, it's on Indiegogo right now. If you guys want to check it out, Rob, man, this hour is blown by. Is there anything that you? Oh yeah, that looks good again.
Yeah. So yeah, like once we hit 10K, we're gonna unlock that for all backers. This print, you'll get a copy of it. It's A4, which I think is. What's the standard size for you guys for prints?
Oh Lord, don't give me. It was 8, 5x8, not 5x8. I don't know. I was like, don't give me the line. I've been looking at so much art and prints and all this kind of stuff. I'm like, I don't know.
8.5 by 11.7. That sound right?
Wow, because that would be. That's a massive, because like I know the cover art is 11 by 17. So if it's 11, but I mean it would at least be long, but 8.5 by well, no, it's definitely gonna have some length on it if it's 11, because like I said, it's 11 by 17 on the cover. But
it's bigger than a cover size. Actually, I can show you. Hang on, I've lost the. Where are you? I've lost it. All right, well. This is a bad example, but that's the cover size, and that's what a print size would be.
Hold on. Let me do a full on you, so we can.
So
okay.
This is just some concept art I was playing around with, but yeah, that's how big.
So you draw? You're an artist?
No.
Oh, okay. I was like, okay, let's talk about that. Okay.
Yeah, no, I don't. I mean, I do, but it's not to a good.
You're
standard.
just doodling. Yeah, you're just.
Yeah.
Sometimes I wish I could doodle, because I have a lot. Although the good thing is if I can actually get Kanan on the phone and talk his ear off, I'll be like, okay, this is what I want. Well, he always seems to understand, and he'll sketch something up, and he'll be like, is this more like what you're talking about? And I was like, yeah, there you go, draw that, and then he'll go to town on it. All of a sudden, he'll just start make it look great. And we did the stream the other day where he drew the bookmark that the backers are going to get. And he just seemed to really understand what what I wanted, because I was like, I want Dawn like laying on her side, I want Penance looking at her, and I want like it to say Brand, and I just want her to like be laying on her, like laying down on Brand. And then so he started sketching it out. And he said, you didn't ask me to do this, but I want to put like David on one side, and I want to put Dark Santana on the other side.
Yeah.
And then when he did it, and then we just got the colors on it, and it's beautiful. Looks like $1 million. So I'm very proud to when I get those in from the printer, to add those to the backer rewards and
awesome.
All that. It's like, yeah, man, this is great. Okay.
Oh, and we've unlocked wax seals in the packaging. So, you know what a wax seal is, yeah? It's
I thought it's not like the foil wrap or whatever. I don't know. So
hang on.
Oh, okay. I'm about to learn something.
There you go. If you can share that one. It's just a bad example. But yeah, so
like what they used to do in like when the king would put his seal on the scroll or something. Yeah. Oh, okay, cool.
I love doing it. It takes so long to do, but it's heaps of fun. And
so you're doing this yourself?
Yeah. I've got a whole system set up. Like normally you have a little candle and a little bowl. I use a saucepan on the stove, and I'm just like, wham.
You're buying like cake wax and melting this stuff down and doing the whole damn thing.
Yeah, I'm buying like 40 to 60 wax sticks.
Okay.
So I'm just going to town on packages. I love
I'm
it.
about to say, my buddy, the Dirt Rooster, he raises bees and they sell beeswax and stuff.
Yeah.
In Mississippi, but yeah, the 628 Dirt Rooster channel, where hobby beekeeping is a way of life. Yeah. All right. But okay. Take us out, Rob. Give us a last thought. Tell people, like I said, the link is in the description for Replicator. Tell people why they should back your phenomenal project.
Well, the art's fantastic. The story is really interesting. It's not your typical superhero story. There's lots of violence and gore and death, and people do bad things. So if any of those things kind of pique your interest, it's really amazing. The art's great. The covers are great. The colors are great. You'll get Rob Willis prints when we unlock it. You'll get wax sealed packaging. Ethan loves it. John Malin loves it. Everyone loves it. It's great. Back it. Seriously, you won't be disappointed.
Oh, well, there you go. How do people reach you? How do people follow you on social media and stuff?
I'm on Twitter. I'm on Facebook. I've got a YouTube channel. I've just started it. But I'm Replicator Comic on Twitter, which is probably the easiest place to reach me.
Replicator Comic on Twitter. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, like it says there on your thing there. Okay, so yeah, at Replicator Comic. And hopefully, hey, if you want to holler at Rob about his project,
any questions, feel free to ask me.
Yeah, man. And
if we unlock it too, we're doing a Kyle Ritter trading card as well, which is going to be the bomb. So Rob Willis, Kyle Ritter, Aaron Alfatche. Come on, guys.
Yeah. You got some superstars on it. I love it. All right. So, let me see. Baron Von Taco Cat says, looks cool, Rob. Good luck with the campaign, yo. Well, all right. Appreciate that. And but yeah, everybody, man, go, like I said, link is in the description. Please go check out Replicator. It looks awesome, as you see from the stream that we did. And Rob, you seem like a really super cool guy. Appreciate you hopping on my channel today.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, definitely. It was fun, man. Enjoyed talking to you. Because I think we've been on Ethan's channel, like you've gotten off and I've gotten on and stuff like that. So it's like
it's hard on Ethan's channel because sometimes there's like 6 people on it, and it's like trying to get a word in is really challenging. So
absolutely, I get it. But I'm glad to have you here today, man. And like I said, project looks great. Go on Indiegogo. Back Replicator, guys. It looks awesome. As always, you can catch me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and right here on this YouTube channel. Everywhere is at Akari Press. AkariPress.com is still going to the old page, but I haven't switched it over yet. But when we launch Way of the Gun in a few days, you will see that it points right to the new campaign. Just got to work out some of the perks and all that stuff. Let me see. Wrestling Council on my channel at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tomorrow night, I'll have Boogie Bentley, Comic Book Bob, and Yule Carter. And then, of course, on Saturday night, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Sexy Party. Yeah, sexy party. Oh, yeah, Sunday, Cecil. I'll have Cecil on Sunday. So that's going to be fun. Yeah, you're gonna stream with Cecil for a little while and hang out. So, yeah, just hit that like button, share this, and like I said, go out and back Replicator, guys. This looks really cool. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. I'm out.
See you guys.